PSA with the series. Okay, today we're gonna solve question number 1365. Okay, and I hope you watched yesterday's question. It's basically number of good pets, and it's 1512th question. Okay, and if you haven't watched it, link in I button. You can check out the video. Okay, and if you not started yet DSA series, you can start DSA series. Link in description. Start from the day one. Okay, today is day 12. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Okay, so firstly, I'll quickly explain what this question is trying to say. So this question is basically depends upon array, and the question is how many numbers are smaller than the current number. Okay, it's basically you have to check each and every number from current index to the after that index, is this smaller than current or not. Okay, it basically depends upon comparison. So I'll explain line by line. Given the array of nums, okay, we have given an array of nums. For each nums of I, okay, each and every nums of I, find out how many numbers are in the array are smaller, okay, smaller than it. Okay, we have to check smaller or not. If smaller, we have to store. That is for each and every of nums. We have to take each and every element of our nums array. We have to count the number of valid j's. Okay, we have to just count like how many such that j is not equal to I. Okay, they clearly define j's value is not equal to I, and nums of j is less than nums of I. Okay, nums of j is always be less than nums of I for where counting the variable. Like we see our example, so you get clear more about the example. So you have given a nums array, okay, 8 1 2 2 3. Yeah, in this, at the a this index, you can like basically one thing right here, you have to store entire array. Okay, not just printing one element. You have to store entire array, then return the whole array. Okay, so firstly you have to check each and every index, count every number, then store in that index of our new array. After that we move to the next. Yeah, again comparison from each and every element, and smaller number count we store in our array, and at the end of the our loop we can print. So here are given array of nums. These five are value inside. So for 8, each and every element are smaller. So we can say there are 4 small elements. So here for 1 there is no small element. So here return at 0. For 2 there is only 1. Okay, this 1 is short. So we can say 1. For again 2 there are only 1. For 3 there are 3 smaller elements, 1, 2 and 2. So here you can see 3. And if you not clear, you can read this explanation. Okay, it basically saying that if the number smaller exists in array, you have to count it. Okay, over two example, there are two conditions given. A nums of length is less than and equal to 500 and greater than and equal to 2. Okay, starting from minimum 2 indexes and less than of 500. And nums of I, okay, nums of I, it means value of stored in nums is always be less than or equal to 100 and greater than or equal to 0. Okay, it's a given range 0 to 100. So I hope you are clear what basically question is. Okay, now we move to the code part of the our question. So basically you have to return an entire array of values. Okay, so you have to take a new array and store each and every values of each and every index value, like how many smaller numbers are there for this index or next indexes. Okay, so you have to take an empty array for that, and we use push function. Basically push function is used to add element to the last of the array. Okay, you have to notify mention these little things, and you have to prepare for that, like in which condition which functions, inbuilt functions, or which method you have to use. So you can basically these things improve your logic, and like whenever you're writing code, it will help you to understand whatever your options is and how you can optimize this code. Okay, so firstly I'll take an answer array. Okay, because we have to take empty, we don't entering any value. So again, then we have to comparison between our array. So we have to take one loop. So I'll take a for loop. Okay, let I is equal to 0 starting from 0. Okay, we have to move to the nums dot length. Okay, then nums dot length. Each and every time we use I plus plus for iterating to the next index. Okay, then you have to take count variable. Okay, count variable for what? Basically count variable for storing each and every index value. So you at the end of this for loop we can push that value in our answer array, and we taking this count variable inside the for loop because each and every iteration we want this value start from 0. Okay, because for you can here you can see that for zero index there are different numbers are smaller, and for first index there are different numbers. So we want that each and every iteration the value starts from 0. So we use let count variable inside the for loop. Okay, at the starting of for loop counts value becomes 0. Okay, again we have to take one for loop for comparison. Let j is equal to 0. J's value starting from 0, move to the j dot like nums dot length. Okay, then j plus plus iterating to the next index. So now we have two loops. One loop for moving from taking indexes first index. Okay, now we want second loop moves to the each and every indexes of. Now we have just compare between our first loop's I value and second loop's each and every j value. So we to take one if condition. Okay, if nums of j, okay, is less than of nums of I. So here basically what we can do is we can checking for nums of j value is less than of nums dot I. Okay, our current I value is like greater than of nums dot j. So we can increase count plus plus. Okay, and we for like j we have multiple indexes, like our nums array has multiple values. So in this case we increasing count value. Okay, then we have to push our count value, but after completing this for loop, because this for loop iterating from end of the our num. Once it cleared, so then we can use answer dot push. So now we have this value of count is be increased, and this updated count value push to the our answer array, and after that our next iteration works like for 0 index completed, then 1 index comes and again let count is becomes 0. Okay, and for one index each and every like I'll tell process complete, and the new value of count should be again pushed to the our answer array. Okay, so I hope you got clear what we'll doing in question. Now we have our answer array which can storing the each and every index wise smaller value. So we use return answer. We printing our answer array. We run test cases. So you can clearly see that our test cases are accepted. Like in example are given test cases are vast enough. So okay, I'll now submit the question for further lead code test cases. Question for further lead code test cases check. So our answer is accepted. You can clearly check. Our runtime is 7 ms. And okay, so now we'll talk about our codes like some details. So here you can see we're taking our new array. It's basically again same length of our current array. So our space complexity is order of n. Okay. Now we talk about time complexity. We are using nested loops. Okay, one loop and inside of another loop. So now it's become a time complexity order of n. So our time complexity is order of n square, and space complexity is order of n. Uh, this is not optimized solution. Okay, like you have experience of optimizing code, so this is task for you. You can try to optimize this code, and I'll give you a hint how you can try. So firstly you can use sort. Okay, dot sort is an inbuilt function for sorting an entire array. Okay, then again use map function. So and make comparison between sorted array and map the our nums array. So like can try this solution. Okay, and like if you learn carefully, you can solve this question. Okay, from like two end approach, and you have to give efforts to DSA and try to do yourself so you can improve your DSA. Okay, and this is simple question. Okay, I hope you can clear, and I'll answer the like second approach answers is pushed in our GitHub. Okay, if you don't like solve from second approach, you can check the code of second approach in our GitHub. So this is for today. Okay, now we talk about tomorrow's question. So basically tomorrow we're gonna solve question number 1389. Okay, it basically create a target array. Okay, again this question is based upon array. Okay, in the given order. Basically the question has given an order of array. We have to create another array of targets, okay, according to their instruction, and that we have to return our target array. Okay, I'll give overview of brief overview of this question. Given two array, okay, of integers. They given us two arrays of integers, nums and index. Okay, you are tasked to create a target array. Okay, you have to create a new array of target, and the rules are the given. Initially target array is empty. You have to declare an empty target array. After that, you have to iterate each and every value inside it. And from left to right, read nums of I and index of I. Insert at the index of I, the value nums of I in target array. Okay. So it's basically little tricky question. You have to understand its logic. So what this question is trying to saying is, from left to right, read nums of I and index of I. Okay. Inserted index I, the value of nums of I in the target array. Okay. Let me explain by example one so you can basically understand more. So here are nums array. Okay. And this is index array. So you have to create an target array first for 0. Okay. So the target array value is 0. Okay. For 1, it's become 0 1. Okay, 0, then again 1 to 1. Okay, for like second index, it's become 0 1 2. Okay, we iterating the index. For third index, it becomes 0 1 2 and 1, it becomes 3. Okay, you can see here nums of value 1 and 1, it becomes 0 1. For second index, it becomes 0 1 2. For third index, like no, it's like third index and nums of value is 3, so it becomes 0 1 3 and 2. For last, here our value is 4, so it's here written 4, then again our 1 and 3 and 2. Okay, I hope you got clear what this question is about, and you have to try this question. So you have to try this question, and I hope you can solve this question. Okay, and again you can solve this question and post it on Twitter and LinkedIn and mention me. And okay, I hope you got clear about today's question, and okay, yesterday's question. If you find any doubts, just ask me in comment. Okay, let meet on tomorrow's video. Okay, thanks for watching. And if you have not started yet DSA series, the playlist link are given in I button. Okay, you can start the series from day one, so you can master DSA. Okay, thanks for watching.